Penalties. Now, the job of a technical official is to prevent penalties as much as it is to issue penalties. And using your discretion, you need to look at the intent and also, I suppose, assess the experience of the athletes that you're dealing with. But you can classify infringements in a number of different ways. Some infringements you might see about to occur or occurring, in which case you warn the athlete that they're about to commit a violation and advise them to change their behaviour. Now, this could be very simply getting people to slow down coming up to dismount. Somebody doesn't have their number on correctly. They may have forgotten to click their helmet, depending on the level of competition. If it's a national championship event and athletes are doing any of these infringements, well, then you're going to issue penalties because they should know better. Another aspect to consider is the unintentional infringement, where no advantage is gained. In this case, you issue them a warning and no card. And as long as the competitor corrects their behaviour, there's no issue. This could be as simply as slightly cutting the course by not going around a cone or going the wrong way in a transition area or something like that. Again, you're there to prevent unfairness and educate the athletes. A minor infringement, such as a time penalty, needs to be issued with a yellow card. This is known as a stop-start penalty or stop-go penalty, and we'll show you a video later on of how to issue one of those. It needs to be obviously served where it's in a safe place. And you'll see in a second the structure you need to follow when you're issuing these penalties. A drafting or illegal passing is a time penalty issued with a blue card. And in this case, the competitor will serve the penalty at the penalty box. A major infringement involving unsafe behaviour or advantage gained can be a red card or DSQ. And this isn't a decision for the technical official to make. Yes, you can issue a red card, but it needs to be the race referee who approves it. In this case, you can advise the competitor that they may complete the race and that the race referee will determine if the penalty is warranted or not. This is really important. You never pull an athlete out of a race because you've issued them a penalty, because they have the right to appeal. One common area where athletes get disqualified, other than when, say, they cheat or cut the course, is abusing a technical official. Now, we've all lost a head in the middle of a race where the adrenaline's pumping, and it isn't appropriate to give out to an official or another competitor. Now, in the following video, you'll see a professional athlete, Richard Murray, pictured here on the left, was disqualified for abusing an official after serving a penalty. What I want you to look at in the video is the athlete's behaviour in the penalty box, how the referee is issuing the penalty, and the athlete's subsequent behaviour post the penalty being served.
The most frustrating way. What's it for, he's saying? He does not know.
Yeah, he doesn't at all. You don't say what for. Well, the 4 is for victory, and Mario Mola adds another one, his first time of claiming victory. And it's actually, I actually saw Richard Murray giving a gesture to the time man as he was leaving. He is upset as he's going to cross the line in second place. Richard Murray does not know why he got that penalty. You can see the energy and the passion. The always classic, what's it for, he says. What's it for? Come on, 10 seconds looking over his shoulder. And he is not a happy man as he takes off. Watch, the arms go up here. Come on, look at. I'm not so sure that that was a gentlemanly act.
Oh, what did you think of that? What's important to note here is that it's unacceptable in any manner for an athlete to abuse an official. But what you should have noticed in that is the calmness with which the technical official was issuing the penalty. The role of the TO or the referee is to issue the penalty. Count down, keeping the athlete from moving, and issuing the go instruction once it's over. The official is not obliged in that situation to enter into a dialogue or to answer questions. Now, after deciding to issue a penalty to a competitor, it's extremely important that the TO observes the correct procedure using clear and unambiguous language. The TO should carry out the following actions when issuing a yellow, blue or red card. Gain the attention of the competitor, very important. Confirm with the competitor the race number. Show the competitor a yellow, blue or red card and inform the competitor of the rule infringement, if possible. It may not be possible, and in some cases it's obvious, with a drafting penalty. And advise the competitor any action to be taken. Now, this is really important. It isn't, as I said, often possible for an athlete, particularly if you're on the bike, to hear you, but it's important that they make eye contact, they see the card, they acknowledge it, and it's up to them to stop at the penalty box if it's a blue card. And they need to obviously stop, usually on the spot if it's safe, for a stop-go penalty. If they don't, then it's disqualification. The penalty box. Competitors issued with a blue card time penalty on the bike course are usually instructed to serve their penalty in the penalty box. Upon their arrival, the penalty box official activates a stopwatch. At the completion of the penalty time, the competitor is instructed to resume racing when it is safe to do so. It is the athlete's responsibility to stop in the penalty box, and as I said earlier on, it's the TO's responsibility to issue the penalty, and it's not necessary to get into a dialogue. A yellow card stop-start penalty is usually taken on the spot if it's safe. In other situations, it may be at the penalty box.
Victory.
Rob, Nordside, stop and go. I'll tell you in English, you threw your bottle